Welcome to our Teen Snack Series. I'm Eddie, this is Leah, and this is our special guest, Jean. So what are we cooking today, Jean?
I'm cooking a Lebanese dish called tabuli, and it's really healthy and one of my favourite things to eat.
Sounds good, Jean. So what are the ingredients you have?
Well, what I've got is I'm going to use a bit of a yogurt sauce on it. I'm going to use burgle wheat, some salt, tomatoes, lots of parsley, some lemons, some red onions. It's important that it's a red onion because if you use brown onions it'll be really sharp. Some olive oil, and I've got some nice pita bread to wrap it in, or flatbread to wrap it in. Normally I'd make that myself, but we don't have time to do that. Well, let's start with this onion. So you're going to cut this one for me, Eddie?
Sure.
Alright, so I'll just take the top off it and the bottom off it. Now, what you need to do, we're using red onions because they're a bit sweeter. You said you like red onions?
Yeah, I like red onions.
Alright, but we need to chop it up fine. So off you go.
All right.
Go for it.
I'm good at cutting.
That's good, Eddie.
Alright.
And then we're going to put it into this bowl.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know how to cut, but we'll
doing a
make
fine
it
job.
work.
So what I'm going to do with this burgle wheat is we're going to soak it in some water. So I'm going to take a cup of burgle wheat, which is a lot of burgle wheat. You mightn't think it's much, but it's going to swell up. And I've got the kettle boiling. So there's the other thing too with it. If you wouldn't let your child use a boiling kettle yet, then I wouldn't let them make this dish. Alright? So that's boiled. I'm going to turn it off.
How long do you reckon this dish takes to make?
I reckon it takes about 20 minutes at the most. And I'm going slowly because I'm talking to you guys. Wheat, 1 cup. Burgle wheat in 2 cups of water, and I'm just going to put it over there. So now what we've got to do is cut up some tomatoes, and this is the way I do them. These have all been washed, by the way. I washed them at home before I brought them in.
After you finish, how long do you reckon this will, you can store it in the fridge?
How long?
Yeah.
Well, you should never store anything in the fridge once it's been made for more than 2 days. So the 3rd day, you should probably be emptying it into the bin. Or what I do at home is I have a compost bin, and I put meat, vegetables and things like that in the compost bin. In goes the tomatoes. Right. Now, you going to help me chop anything? No? Come on, it's easy.
Is this dish halal? Or
It is, except for the yogurt. I can't say that yogurt is halal. Alright? Look, this is how I do parsley.
this is completely vegetarian and vegan, right? So
It's vegetarian and vegan except for the yogurt. The yogurt is vegetarian, but you have to check because while I don't eat red meat, I'm not a vegan.
you could just get a vegan alternative for the yogurt, right?
Yeah, or just don't feed vegans.
Oh, alright.
I mean, this is always an option. You just say, look, here's a piece of bread, be a vegan. I don't have a problem with that. I thought it was the most gorgeous thing. Now, Eddie, can you pick that bowl up and just put it out the front so we can see it? Can you see how the burgle wheat sucked up all that water that was in it?
Yep.
I'm going to drain some of that out in a minute. So, you are going to get a job. Stir that together, please, to start. Now I'm going to take the lemon. I also get into trouble when I do this at home because I don't always check all the seeds properly, but hey.
Yeah, it's lemon.
Thank you, Eddie. I totally agree. I couldn't agree more with you. It's a vegetable, it won't kill you. Now, can you grab some salt there? Would you mind grabbing some salt? Yep, in that plastic bag. And sprinkling some in there. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Well,
Pretty good.
alright, I think I've got a seed in there. I know someone who'll be angry about that, but anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of olive oil. You're going to stir that in too, alright?
What type of olive oil is this?
This is just, this is Italian olive oil actually.
Where does this dish originate?
Well, it comes from a place called the Levant, which is an area in the Middle East, which is Syria and Lebanon and all of those countries around there. and they've made it in forms for hundreds of years, but tomatoes only arrived there a couple of hundred years ago, so tomatoes are a new thing, and they didn't always use parsley. Now I'm going to put that in there, and you're going to stir that through. Off you go, give it a big stir. So what I'm going to do, alright, now it's not rocket science, but I have a bit of a way I do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it at this end. This is the way I always do it. Excuse me using my fingers.
What is the best way to serve this dish?
There's two ways that I like to serve it. I like to either serve it like this, or I like to serve it just as a salad with some fish and things like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some yogurt in here. Now I like a lot of yogurt. And then what I do is I roll it up like this, and I try and keep it all together, which I'm not the greatest at, but it doesn't really matter. It's a kid's snack, it's not a cuisine. And then I just put a bit in there to seal it. Can you? Alright. That alright?
That's really good.
Fresh and healthy. How's that? Edible? On your side.
So anybody at home can make this, right?
Excuse me. If you can make a sandwich, you can make that. If you're old enough to make a sandwich, you're old enough to make that. Alright?
It's better than a sandwich.
Thank you, Eddie. I'm glad.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.